So before we started learning this subject of business ethics, I used to think that ethics is about doing the right thing, but I did not really focus on why it is important to do the right thing. So once we started with the discussions, I got to know that there are many aspects which go into deciding what is the right thing and what is the wrong thing. Firstly, we discussed the case of a faked resume at Google. An employee had had forged a certain degree, and he had got into that company. And even though his work was great, we can't say that it was what he did was ethical because he had used a fake degree. So basically, he had violated a rule. There was a lot of discussion about the topic, and some people argued, some of my colleagues argued that uh, it's not really ethical for him because he has obviously he's basically not allowing someone else to work in his place because someone who has a proper degree is obviously more deserving than him. And another line of argument was that he was basically there was no problem in the work that he was doing, so why should a degree matter so much? So it all comes down to what the company's values are and how employees are supposed to act or behave in a particular company right from the time they get recruited to the time they are going to work in the company for the entire tenure. So what I learned from that case was that even though it is highly unlikely that one of your competitors might find out that one of your employees has forged his or her resume, it isn't really ethical or it isn't really uh, good for the company in the long term, because even though the chances of you being caught, your company being caught, are relatively low, you can't really gamble on the fact that, or gamble on your chance of not being caught, because uh, if you do something unethical, if you violate a certain rule, there is always going to be someone who finds that out. And even if someone does not find it out, it will always backfire in a certain way. I mean, that is how the concept of karma works. And so what I learned was that it is always beneficial to do the right thing, and even if an employee is less qualified, he or she should not use a fake degree just to get inside a company, because one day or the other someone is going to find out and there will be a lot of consequences. So the consequences of you being caught after doing such a thing will be way worse than not than having to work at than not getting to work at your dream company just because you do not possess a certain degree. So it's always good to go by the ethical way. Then another thing we discussed was a case where a certain employee had been working at a tobacco factory, and there was another employee who was 2 years younger to the first employee that I talked about. And the younger, she was just a student. She was getting out of her MBA college and she was looking for a job. And she thought of joining this company where her senior was working, and she talked to her senior about it, and her senior told her that even though it's a tobacco company, she does not really feel that she's doing anything wrong because they're obviously selling to consenting adults mostly. But she highlighted a problem that the company has started targeting young children of the age of just 9 or 10, just because it's really difficult for an adult to start consuming their product, because there's some technicalities in that. What I mean is, if it's a certain product which if you start young, you really get used to it and you can move on to a product which requires you to be really addicted to it, and addiction begins at a really young age most of the times. So the company used the strategy of targeting young children, which really helped them to double or triple their sales. So this senior employee thought that even though that aspect was wrong, everything else that she did, so their business aspect of selling to consenting adults, was not really an issue. But the younger potential employee, she was thinking of joining the company. She thought that even that is wrong, because you're basically, you're capitalizing of someone's or a child's immaturity or an inability to make his or her decision whether to consume this product or not. So what I learned from this discussion or this class was that even though from a business perspective it might really pay off for you to target young children when you're selling a product like this, however it's not really ethical, because it's going to have consequences. It's going to have a business consequence. You might lose potential business in the future, or worse, someone might file a lawsuit against you, and it would be really difficult to fight the opposition there. And even if you win, you will win obviously after having paid a lot of legal charges. So it's not really feasible, and at the same time it does not really bring you anything substantial apart from the profit. Yes, profit is the most important part in a business, but if it comes at such a heavy price, if you're going to earn profit based on such things which your competitors will find out one day or the other, then it's going to be a problem for you, because this is such a business where there's a lot of competition, and competitors are always trying to find loopholes or find problems in your manufacturing or in the way you do business. So it won't really be feasible, and it's a really bad idea to do it. And what I learned is that what I learned is that even though it might be highly tempting to want to improve your customer base, there are certain ways to go about it. And I personally feel that it's wrong to target people or children who are not really able to make a proper logical decision. And however, there's nothing wrong in targeting, let's say, 20 or 25-year-olds for selling a product like tobacco, because at the age of 20 or 25, people are usually, not everyone, but usually people are in a position to make an informed choice for themselves. So people, if they if they consume alcohol or tobacco by their own will, then I think there's no problem in selling alcohol or tobacco to such people. But if you sell such products to young children, then you're basically capitalizing of someone's inability to make a good choice. So that is what I learned from that case. Talking about the overall experience of this subject, I would say that earlier I knew that doing the right thing is important, but now I know why it is important and what would happen if you do not do the right thing. And there are a lot of definitions of right and wrong, so you also have to look from your own personal values, and you also have to think about the consequences. And even if there are no certain substantial consequences or tangible consequences, there's always a consequence of not being able to live with the guilt of doing something wrong, which has happened with people. And people take drastic measures, like even committing suicide, just because they felt that they did something which they should not have done, even many years ago. That is another part. And to conclude, I would say that it's really important, not just in business but also in life, to have certain values and follow those values, because at the end of the day, the best way, I'm not saying the only way, but the best way to move ahead in life is to think about what is right and why it is right, and just keep on doing it, even though it might be highly tempting to just look for a certain shortcut or an easy way out. But in the long term, it's doing the right thing which counts. So these are all my learnings from this subject.